Sensei Shone here from the Family Martial Arts Academy. And today I'm going to be sharing some of my thoughts on gratitude. Now, this is one of my favorite topics because when we are thankful for something, we're going to experience joy and peace and ambition. And when we forget to be thankful, we are going to experience resistance and resignation and frustration. And one of the lessons that I learned from Richard Kim, from O Sensei Kim, was the idea that there's always going to be an equal number of things that we could be thankful for and an equal number of things that we could be upset and frustrated about. So it's not what's happening to you that creates your mood, but instead it's your reaction to it, your makeup, your structure. And so by choosing to practice the art of gratitude and being thankful, and if we're a parent or if we're a boss or if we're somehow being a leader and an example for others, we can show them how to develop the skill of gratitude. The more we are thankful, the more we're going to experience peace and happiness. And so it's just something to think about. Now, whether in the same day you might wake up and say, on one hand you might say, "Oh, my back is so stiff from, sleeping all night. I'm in pain right now, and I'm tired. Now I have to go to work, and it's gonna be a long, exhausting day, and I'm sick and tired of the same job, and now I'm ready to, I'm just ready to give up. I can't take it anymore." And that attitude of resignation comes from our resistance, comes from our lack of being thankful. At the same time, we might wake up on the same day, and if we can sincerely say these things, then it might work. You might say, "I'm stiff from inactivity. As I get up and move around today, I'm going to be feeling great." And then you might say, "I'm so thankful to have a job. So few, 10, 11% of our whole population doesn't even have a job. I have a job to go to. I'm so thankful that I can support my family." And then you might say, "I have a wonderful wife and kids. I'm so blessed to have those things in my life. Not everybody, has that blessing. And I'm thankful for being alive today. I'm thankful for my home. I'm thankful that I have plenty of food to eat. I'm thankful that, I have all the blessings of entertainment and, TV and games and all those kinds of things." And so the more things you think about that you're thankful for, the better mood you're going to feel. The only caveat that I have, the only exception, is that it can't be insincere. You can't go, "I'm thankful that I'm not starving to death," and then you're not really thankful about that. You don't care. It doesn't really matter to you, or you're not really, putting your heart behind it. And the same thing, the more you can find something that really matters, "I'm thankful that my daughter is healthy and well." I mean, for me, that puts me in a good mood. "I'm thankful that I have a business that supports my family and, has given us financial abundance." That is wonderful. I feel really confident about that. "I'm thankful for all my karate instructors and the person they've helped me to become, because without them, oh my gosh, my life would be in a totally different position." And so, when you can say things really sincerely like that, it's going to make a much bigger impact. The second thing is sort of how to guide other people into it. You can't say to them, "You should be thankful," because they're going to resist that and they're going to say, "I don't care about it." But you encourage them. You try to bring about their awareness of all the good things they have. Maybe saying to kids, that say, "I hate school." You say, "Do you know there's some kids in the world that don't have to go to school?" And they go, "Really?" And you say, "Yeah. Those kids live in a country where they don't have to go to school. Would you like that?" And then most kids, especially if they hate school, they'd say, "Yeah, I'd love that." And then you say, "But, those kids who live in a place where they never have to go to school, they can't read. Would that be okay?" And some kids might say, "Oh yeah, that'd be fine. I don't care if I can read." And then you say, "Well, they couldn't add too. They can't count, They can't read a book. They don't know how to work a computer. Would that be okay with you?" And then you'll start seeing kids, shift a little bit. "Well, I'd go to school just enough to know how to use a computer." "Well, how could you use a computer if you can't read?" "Well, I'd have to learn how to read." And the more you go through that with them, the more they'd start to say, "Okay, you know what, maybe I am a little thankful that we live in one of the greatest countries in the world, that we're blessed with the ability to go and get an education, all those kinds of good things. Now, at the same time, there's just as many legitimate reasons for them to hate school. So don't get frustrated and upset with someone who has a negative attitude, because they're grounded. You know, they could be thinking of real facts and real situations in their life, and they're bringing those to mind, and they're being realistic and sincere in that they hate school, or they can't stand all the rules at the house, or whatever it is, or you hate your job. That's a realistic feeling. But what we're saying is, let's see if we can develop a new skill, a skill where we can find reasons to be thankful and grateful and experience peace and joy and happiness. And that's where gratitude can make a huge difference in your life. And if you can develop that habit of gratitude, it's going to make it easier. I myself fall back into the habit of being ungrateful.